right, good evening and welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Football here at the Wildy Artificial Turf. My name is Marley Leacock that is, and this evening I am accompanied by Mr. Kwame Paris. Good evening to you, Kwame. It's always good to be in your presence, back here again, commentating for another evening. This evening we have UWA Blackbirds versus Empire Club. UWA in the yellow and black strip. As we see a good shot here coming in from Mario Hart. He's thinking it got a nick off of a defender, but the referee says goal kick. So it's UWA Blackbirds in the black and yellow up against Empire in the blue and red strip. Empire leading their zone. Runaway leaders, playing extremely well this year. UWI playing reasonably well as well, so this should be a good encounter, Kwame.
Yes, good evening, Marley, and good evening, viewers on Trident 10 TV, wherever you are, whether you're in Barbados or the wider Caribbean, or indeed the more established or the bigger countries people tend to say, North America, Central America, etc.
So Empire up against UE here. UWA had the first shot really. Empire had a bit of possession early on, but it's very early days here. As we see, number 13, Luan Camargo, play the ball back to Primus. Primus spreads it back out to the left as Empire tried to build. Ball turn, played infield, but that is well defended. As Empire recycle possession here with Curtis Odell. Turns and tries the through ball, but is easily cut out. Ball all the way back to Oba Tucker in the Empire goal as he gathers and lets to direct some traffic. So what are you looking for this evening, Kwame? What are you expecting from this game? How do you think it will pan out?
Well, two teams at the top of their zones. UWA second in their zone, Empire leading the other zone. I expect an evenly contested game. Both teams have both scored 16 goals each, where UWA has conceded 11. I think Empire has conceded 5. So both teams capable of scoring goals, and I expect it to be a relatively fierce encounter.
Yeah, it should be a nice encounter, Kwame. Empire with their attacking prowess. As we all know, Jabari Papi Chandler up top for them. Calvi in support, wearing the number 10, with all his trickery and guile. Odell inside that midfield as well. And he'll definitely put in a shift. So it should be a good test for this UWA Blackbirds team and defense overall, who, as we know, would carry their own threat. With Mario Hart up top. And a very good supporting cast from the likes of Reed Stevens and so on. So it should be a good watch. As Holder restarts play. Ball played down Empire's left. Is out for a throw. As UWA look to gain some ground. 5 minutes just going on the clock. We're still 0-0. Empire down the left. Try to clear the lines. McLeod tries to turn out of some trouble, but his attempted pass is blocked. And it's a throw into Empire once again. Camargo is showing, but the play is rather going to Calvi, who loses out. Hart on the turn. Twist tries to play a pass in behind the Empire defense, but Primus mops up. As you see Camargo bringing it out expertly. McLeod back on it. Back to Camargo, well played from Empire here. Ball down the left. McLeod heavily involved early on as he tries the reverse through ball into Papi Chandler. Chandler collects, twists, turns. Lovely skill for Chandler. Ball tries to play it back across the area, but that's well defended inside the area for UWI, and it's the first corner of the evening for Empire.
Yeah, Marley, it's going to be interesting to see though the communication between the center back pair of Beckles and Marriott. Motley, who's been pretty sound so far in defense for UWI Blackbirds, is not starting in this encounter. And Beckles, who usually plays at right back, his position has been filled by Sarant.
Yeah, should definitely be an interesting watch there, especially coming up against one of the more attacking sides, if not the best attacking side in the division so far. So corner to Empire. Odell swings it in. Ball into the area. Attempted header. And it's cleared up to Hart eventually. Lovely knockdown by Hart. He tried his best to get the attack going, but that was easily snuffed up by Empire. As you see, Primus into Calvi down his favoured right side. Checks back onto his left, ball over the top to Jabari Papi Chandler, but that's well defended on that occasion. And ball back with UWI. Holder starts it quickly. Good bit of skill in the midfield from number 35, Akeem Brown on that occasion. But Empire quickly regained possession as Calvi is fouled. And it's a free kick to them once again. Empire doing most of the, we have to say, very, very early run-ins here. They seem to be the most potent so far. UWI seeming to be happier to come off of the counter and try to break up the Empire attacks and hit them on the break, Kwame.
Yeah, but as you would have alluded to off air too, it's going to be very key, the fitness levels of both teams. Just to finish my point, I totally agree with you in terms of UWA looking to hit on the counter, but also they're going to have to do very well to get past the experienced pair of Big Nell and Primus.
Yeah, that's proved very difficult so far, to say the least. But here's UWI. Brown into Hart. Hart tries to flick around the corner, but isn't successful initially. Musters his way past one. Pass two. Is eventually well tackled by Primus, but the ball makes its way to Reed Stephen. Bit of trickery down the left. Cuts back onto his right, swings across into the area, but that's easy for Oba Tucker. The good play from Stephen on that occasion, but just no attackers making their way into the box.
Also well defended by Omar Marshall, forcing Reed Stephen to go on his weaker side on his right foot, and hence the cross not really meeting the intended marker or without any much power, I should say.
Yeah, it's a fair point, Kwame. So Brown trying to put some pressure on Empire. Down there, right. He managed to work it out. McLeod on hand as ever. Lovely turn from him. Strong play for McLeod, but he swarmed eventually by a trio or a quartet of UWI defenders, and they eventually dispossess him. As we see Holder in possession, plays it out to the right. Ball is returned to the custodian. He elects to kick long on this occasion. So UWI back in possession. They've managed to get on the ball a bit more often in the past couple of minutes. Pace of the game is not necessarily as fast as you'd expect in the early stages, Kwame. Normally you see both sides going helter-skelter, as you see an attempted pass in the Empire defense block. But yeah, normally you see both sides going helter-skelter very, very early, and then the pace kind of gradually slows down towards the end of the first half and into the second. But they seem to be taking their time this evening, Kwame.
I totally agree with you. There seems to be, UWI seems to be pressing pretty high, stopping Empire to be able to play out from the back. And both teams have really failed to create any havoc in the attacking third so far. But interesting enough, too, I'm surprised not to see the presence of Kenroy Joseph playing right back for Empire. He's been pretty solid to me for the entire tournament so far. but surprised to see Omar Marshall getting the nod. He seemed to have started on the left, but momentarily he switched to the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's another interesting one to keep your eyes on once again, as we saw a ball played into the diminutive figure of Curtis Odell, who did well to buy himself a free kick. So Empire restart play. Quick shot coming in from Shanoy Evans, but he doesn't manage to get it on target. So Holder untroubled as he retrieves the ball and plays a quick goal kick out to the right side. So UWI trying to build down there right. Shifts inside. Ball played into Brown. His pocket is picked momentarily, but he manages to regain possession and plays it out to Chapman on this left side. So UWI in their own defense, trying to work their way forward. Put under pressure by a combination of Calvi and Papi Chandler. Chandler tries his best to thread a through ball, eventually wins it back, but is then in his own eyes foul, but not according to the referee, as UWI advance. So ball into UWI. Another good tackle from Primus on that occasion. He's been stellar so far. As you alluded to a bit earlier, Kwame, it's going to be difficult to get past those two in the defense for Empire.
I think the only time I really see Primus not looking so comfortable is when he's rattled. He's a kind of player that you have to try to get under his skin and get him into some kind of confrontation. Then you get the worst out of him.
Yeah, but when I come to realize that when he's settled as well, he's pretty good on the ball as well. Sometimes he does take an extra risk or two, but generally as centre backs come, he's very, very good on the ball as well. So he tends to take the extra touch that the average centre back wouldn't take, and therefore recycles possession pretty well for his side. Yeah. And for a side like Empire that likes to keep it on the ground and pass it, that's really important too.
I totally agree. Also, a moment ago, Camargo was giving some instructions to Chandler and some of the other players in the front, and as a result of that, you saw Empire trying to pressure the ball a bit higher, and they really forced Empire to give the ball, UWA to give the ball away in that play just now.
All right, so UWA regain possession. Down the right. Good play across, comes into the area. Well defended by Empire at the front post. Odell again is upended, but referees play on. McLeod. Good touch from him into Odell. Sprays it out to the left. And back to Camargo in the middle. McLeod and Camargo are very, very prevalent in these early stages, Kwame, which can only be good news for UWI. But here's Calvi. Tries his best to get past Chapman, but Chapman forced him wide enough, and that's a throw to UWI.
Yeah, you have to also watch out for Calvi for the set pieces as well. He has proven that he can score. He has a very long range. He scored a very brilliant free kick in one of the early encounters with that Empire played, but also in covering UWA's games, I kind of feel like they're more effective when Kobe Shepard is playing on the left-hand side and Bino is allowed to run in behind the defense. I haven't seen Bino really make any runs forward as such. So here we go now.
Well, here is UWI. Cross back into the area. A miss by Tucker initially. And there was an attacker coming out the back post, but he couldn't manage to get his shot on target either. And amidst the melee, Tucker is down, but that was a really good break from UWI once again. And Empire need to be careful on the counter, Kwame.
Yeah, if my eyes are not deceiving me, I think that ball did hit the post.
Yeah, I think it did as well. So Tucker seems to have done himself a bit of damage trying to keep that one out. Not sure if he got a touch on the initial cross either.
It's possible that he did. He was at full stretch there to his right. But I agree with you though in terms of the counter-attacking strategy. I'm kind of disappointed though at Mark. Shamari Mark hasn't really been involved in the game in midfield. He's usually a player that gets further forward. Also, on the other end, Shanoy Evans is usually a player that also overlaps. You haven't really seen much of that as well. Both teams look a bit cautious in my opinion. Really not looking to lose it than really trying to go forward and score.
Yeah, well, Mark and Brown they've pressed the ball when Empire gets close to their half. They've pressed the ball pretty well, but they aren't being very very adventurous. Allowing Empire to have possession in their half, or the further parts of their half, so to speak, largely. But once it gets closer to their half, they're looking to press the ball and then try to break, but trying to break intelligently as well. So that's an interesting one to watch too. But with Reed Stephen trying to keep wide as much as possible, Ramel Bino also carrying a threat on the break as well. Who knows? UWI could be in some business if they manage to get one of those link-up plays done correctly. And with the likes of Mario Hart up top, if players tend to stay in and around him, they could be in with a shout, Kwame.
Yeah, I think Mario Hart is just as dangerous in being the creator as in being the goal-scoring threat.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's an attribute that sometimes may go a bit unnoticed when it comes to Hart. He's a really good goal scorer traditionally, but he can't get his back to goal and turn and spray a lovely pass as well. He's a really good passer of the ball, Mario Hart. Probably doesn't get as much credit as he deserves for that, but I'm sure his teammates know that very well. So ball back in play. Primus confident once again. Finds Tucker, who seems to have recovered fully. That's an audacious little touch from Holligan on that occasion, but as well that ends well. Sprays it over to the left side. Empire back in possession. Ball into Odell. He twists and turns, but is under pressure from Brown and has to play it back. And Empire bring it all the way back across. So nice confident play from Empire. Primus elects to go long. Ball into the path of Papi Chandler, but that's easily dealt with by the UWI centre-back pairing. But Empire regain possession almost as quickly as they lost it. Calvi on the turn. Spreads the ball over to the left. Odell making the run. Asks for it and receives. Odell down the left, swings it into the area. Ball into the feet of Papi Chandler. Well taken. A bit of skill from Chandler. He goes down. Nothing doing, says the ref. And Odell on this occasion, he asked the question of the referee this time, and the referee obliges, Kwame.
Yeah, that's what you call experience. Odell definitely he know that Serrant was there. He timed his touch to perfection, and Serrant just late on the tackle took out Curtis Odell there.
A nice bit of skill from Papi Chandler, as we come to expect from him. Looked as if he may have got a touch on that occasion, Kwame. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, the referee's in a better position than both of us combined. Yeah. So his say is final as well, but yeah. It looked a bit niggly there.
I think it was contact, but I think that Chandler sold it.
Yeah. So cross into the area.
I didn't think he saw it.
Yeah, he may have over embellished a bit, and that's what prompted the referee not to give that one. Had he went down a bit less theatrically, he may have been a bit more successful with his appeal. But nonetheless, corner to Empire. Odell over it, swings the ball into the area. A mad scramble in the box. And Empire, by some rhyme or reason, they don't manage to get it into the back of the net on that occasion, Kwame. You thought for all intents and purposes that they'll go 1-0 ahead there.
Yeah, Chandler totally unmarked at the back post, misses, and they're really arguing with the ref.
So ball back into the area, straight into the hands of Holder on this occasion. That's a good take from him. Yeah. And UWA managed to keep their clean sheet intact, Kwame, but that was living dangerously on that occasion.
They're arguing with the ref, hoping in earnest to win a penalty. But also though, since the UWA has been able to acquire Kerry Holder, they haven't conceded that many goals thereafter. He's a very experienced keeper. I think he's still one of the best in Barbados. And that's a question I really wanted to ask though, Marley, though. Are there competition for places though in the upcoming game against Nicaragua available in the Barbados setup?
A ball into the area from Reed Stephen. Hart uncharacteristically miscontrols. Pass did have a bit of zip on it though, but UWA managed to regain possession with Chapman. He plays it up the line, but none of his teammates were reading from the same script that he was, so the ball goes straight into touch and it's a goal kick to to Empire. I'm sorry. Going back to your point, Kwame, I mean, there should be. There should always be competition for places. That's what you like to expect when you have a competitive league and you have very good players. But the picking of that team comes down to the relevant persons involved, and they, I guess, would pick who they see as the most informed or who deserves the call up most. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah. And another bit of trivia though, I want to know from if you in public that follow Barbadian football, if they think that I think he's Primus. Is he the best goalkeeper in Barbados?
Kishmar Primus.
Yeah, Kishmar Primus.
Barbados Defense for Sports program.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good goalkeeper. If he's the best goalkeeper in Barbados, that's all down to opinion as well. But I like him a lot. I think he's safe. He makes good decisions in the goal. He has a safe pair of hands. He's not as mobile or as fast as some other keepers as well. But he moves his feet pretty well for a big lad. So he ticks a lot of the boxes. Other persons would obviously have their own preferences, but
and their own skill sets.
And their own skill sets as it pertains to the different goalkeepers as well. But I definitely think that he does tick a lot of the boxes.
Yeah. So you see, UWA down to 10 men for the moment with defender Marriott getting some treatment on the sidelines.
He's managed to hold up pretty well in the UWA defense so far as it pertains to the ball being in the run of play. Set pieces have been a bit different for UWA, admittedly, though. They need to tighten up or else they could find themselves going behind.
Yeah, you are correct in doing so. A lot of their goals have been conceded from corners in particular.
But here's McLeod into Chandler. Odell and Chandler in each other's way momentarily. Odell regains possession, plays it to the dangerous Calvi. He swings it into the area. And that ball was destined for Jabari Papi Chandler, if not for the interception on that occasion.
Tito Beckles
from
again.
Tito Beckles, yeah. So that's well defended from Beckles. And it's another corner to Empire. If my count is correct, this is probably their fourth or fifth corner. Odell over to the left side. He's about to take this one again. Here he comes. Swings this one into the area near post, but no takers there. Ball cleared back into the area. And Calvi attempting to volley that one into the back of the net from close range. But he's halted by the referee's whistle as the referee saw a foul on Holder on that occasion. So it's a free kick to UWI as they restart play quickly. So ball played up the line into the feet of Mario Hart. Tries a bit of trickery but manages to fool himself only. So Empire regain possession. Primus works it well. And between himself, Bignell. And so on, the ball is played out to the left. So here's Odell in possession. Lots of time on it. Nice play from him. Lovely combination between himself and McLeod. McLeod back on it again. Those two seem to be feeling themselves in possession at this point. So this McLeod out to the left side. Lovely touch from Odell on that occasion. The ball is played out to the left. Work back into Calvi. Lovely 1-2 between Calvi on that occasion, but well defended from UWA. Ball skied high into the air. What a lovely take on that occasion from Kobe Shepard as he keeps possession for his side, and UWA look to advance. That's a brilliant tackle on that occasion from Holligan as he wins back possession for his side, and it's a throw to Empire.
I think I made a mistake earlier though when they mentioned Shepard usually plays on the left. He does in fact play on the right for UWA Blackbirds, but they sometimes get confused with these big numbers that UWA Blackbirds are wearing.
Yeah, they're not very conventional at all. You'd normally see You normally see those type of numbers in Italy. In Italy, more often than not. In most of the other big European leagues and so on, you normally see numbers from 1 to 22 or so, or 1 to 30 if you're pushing it in modern day. But that's a mixtape from UWI at the back. Papi Chandler manages to get himself on the ball, but wasn't able to sort his feet out on that occasion, trying to get around his marker. And UWI dodge a bullet, Kwame.
They dodged many bullets. Maybe Neo and the Matrix has done some work with them.
Well, we'll never know. But here they are, back in possession, in an advanced position. Cross into the area from Hart, but that's well defended from Primus, as cool as you like. Strong play from Empire. Bignell spreading it out to this right side. Ball is returned back to him. And into Odo, who has time to turn. Looks up and sprays a pass up front, but himself and Calvi aren't singing from the same hymn sheet. And another bit of possession goes begging for Empire. Game has seemed to have gone into a bit of a lull, Kwame.
Yeah, true. And it's quite surprising though, as I said though, even like Chapman isn't even overlapping on the left hand side.
But that's a lovely ball from Mario Hart on this occasion. Into the areas. Empire cuts inside and shoots, but gets it shot all wrong. There's Kobe Shepard on that occasion. Had the right idea, Kwame. Cutting off the left onto his favored right and tried to